Welcome to ESPN College Football, presented by Dr. Pepper. We're in Reno, Nevada, Mackey Stadium, the site for this Pac-12 versus Mountain West Conference matchup as the Oregon State Beavers take on the Nevada Wolfpack. Hi, everybody. I'm Trey Bender alongside the former NFL and Penn State defensive lineman Tyoka Jackson. Glad you're with us. Two programs trying to build big picture success with new coaching staffs. And the winner here is going to go to 2-1 in week 3 this season.
Well, they're both in the midst of roster turnover and culture changes, and make no mistake about it, you need wins in these early non-conference games because 2-1 is a heck of a lot better than 1-2.
Oregon State has had a vaunted ground attack so far. They'll be without Artavis Pierce, out with an elbow injury, though.
Well, that's the bad news. The good news is they got a super freshman in Jamar Jefferson who put up big-time video game-like numbers last week against Southern Utah. They got a big experienced offensive line. I'd be shocked if Jefferson doesn't get upwards of 30 carries today.
For Nevada, it's about the air raid offense, and they have a great senior leader in Ty Ganji.
Yeah, Ganji is the pilot of this air raid offense, and they will stretch you both vertically and horizontally for big plays. They want to run the football, no question about it, but they will only go as far as Ganji's arm will take them.
Nevada hoping for big things this year. Year 2 for Jay Norvell, an innovative offensive mind. He was a great defensive player at Iowa under Hayden Fry, but with some experienced players here, that air raid and improved defense, he's hoping will play dividends for Nevada. And on the other sideline, it's Jonathan Smith. First time here since he was a player in 1999 with the Beavers, and he's the first OSU grad to serve as head coach. Same attitude as a coach as he had as a player, chip on the shoulder mentality for Oregon State. He says sometimes they don't get the kids that are heavily recruited, but he wants it back to that level when they were Fiesta Bowl champs when he was a player. And we anticipate a close matchup, and could be a matchup with a lot of points on the board the way these teams move the football. Let's take a look at the impact players, Tyoka, as we gear up for this one.
Yeah, Mannix is the best of a very deep and very young wide receiver core, and Malik Reed needs just 1.5 sacks to move in the top 10 all-time in school history. We talked about Jefferson and his explosive ability, but defensively, look out for the Beavers' Sean Wilson. He plays 3 positions in the secondary. He's got the 1 pick that they have, and he'll have an opportunity to get some balls today.
Oregon State winning the toss, deferring to the second half, and Nevada's going to get the football first, as they'll hope to get it done here on home turf. As you look at Jordan Schucare, the junior, to kick it away for Oregon State. We're underway, Pac-12 against the Mountain West, and through the end zone, the wind swirling. It's been blowing from the south. That one reaches the seats, and Nevada will have the football first at the 25-yard line on the touchback. Ty Ganji, mobile, their offensive captain, 5 career 300-yard games. He makes them go.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of experience. He's a 5th-year senior. They trust him. He's got complete command of this offense, so they will ride his arm like we talked about at the beginning. They want to run it a little bit and stay some sort of balance with this offense, but this is a passing offense, no doubt, and look for fireworks early.
They'll go empty backfield and 5 receivers as they open up things from the 25-yard line. Senior from Glendale, California, goes to work. To the sideline. And out of bounds is Dayon Henley, the sophomore from Los Angeles, and he moves the sticks. Jonathan Willis, the inside linebacker, on the stop.
What you'll notice early in this ball game is how fast Nevada goes. They're ready to roll right now, Trey.
Henley, a sophomore with his first catch this season. It's a team that will spread the wealth around offensively. They'd like to establish run first and then open things up as we have whistles here and a stoppage in play. Jay Edwards, our lead referee, on a windy, warm day in Reno. Brandon O'Leary, orange, with that last catch, ended up going for 13 yards and a Nevada first down. Ganji in the backfield, spots Kelton Moore, runs over one defender and takes it close to a first down, and I believe he has it at the 50-yard line. Moore, a 240-pounder, puts his head down. Willis and Smith combined on the stop.
If you want to tackle Kelton Moore, you better bring your pads, your arms, and your feet. No arm tackling against a 240-pound guy. Shows some ability to catch the football, but see, that's not going to get it done. You got to wrap up and run your feet.
He's their bruiser, 12-yard pickup, his season high. And now they go with a Wildcat set here. And straight up the gut for a gain inside the 45-yard line. Nevada showing a different look with Toa Taua, a freshman. He picks up a nice gain. Jalen Moore on the stop.
Another true freshman for this backfield. They've got a bunch of guys who have very little experience, all true freshmen, 2 career games apiece. But as we talked about before, this Jefferson kid, or I should say this Taua kid, can really run.
And now he's going to pitch it, gets it in the hands of a teammate, and that's Jackson Kincaid, and Jeffrey Manning Jr. on the stop. So some wrinkles here from Jay Norvell, throwing everything at him here in the early stages.
Kincaid is a sort of a slash guy, can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's really good at blocking and receiving. They've got a lot of weapons in this offense.
6-yard pickup for Kincaid. First down at the 37. Ganji to the air now, and incomplete. Tried to get it to Caleb Fossum, the Washington State transfer, the junior. Jalen Moore over there on the coverage.
That pass was incomplete, but what I like early is what I call quarterback warm-up plays. They put him in a hot tub and warm him up. Getting Ty Ganji comfortable early so he can go downfield. But Matt Mumme so far is really calling a nice or horizontal game, and they'll attack that vertical a little bit later.
You're also offensive coordinator, the son of Hal Mumme, who adopted this air raid system as head coach at Kentucky. There's a pass caught by Mannix. McLean Mannix inside the 15, and he has a Nevada first down to the Oregon State 12. Good job of mixing run and pass. They've got him on their heels. Sean Wilson on the tackle.
And there's the vertical we talked about. You can get vertical 2 ways, straight down the field or across the field. This time they bring McLean Maddox across the field. He's a Biletnikoff Award watch list guy. He's a big-time player in his own right.
First and 10 at the 12 now. Nevada on the march. They go back to the Wildcat set here. It's Taua straight ahead. Puts his head down and drives inside the 5 for a pickup of 8. Taua's a 205-pound freshman. They really like. He had a big career California kid. Here's a look at the run.
Yeah, and when you run Wildcat, what you do is you get an extra guy as a blocker inside that box, and there's always going to be one man short on that front. Nice job of Taua running his feet towards the end.
8th play of the drive. Again, the Wildcat. Taua straight ahead. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Excellent patience and vision by Taua. Let the blocking up front develop, see the hole, slow to it, fast through it.
Toa Taua, whose brother Vi played at Nevada and in the NFL. Now their assistant director of player personnel. Excellent job in that Wildcat formation.
No doubt, and you talked about before, Matt Mumme is doing a great job of mixing it up. You can't really key. Is it going to be run? Is it going to be pass? We talked about it. Nevada wants to run the ball. They want to be physical up front. Great job of establishing that on the first drive.
Ramiz Ahmed, the senior, for the extra point. And an impressive opening drive for Nevada. The Wolfpack taking a 7-0 advantage. Ahmed will kick it away here. Let's see how Oregon State responds. This is a team that has put good offensive numbers on the board, but they gave up 77 points in a loss at Ohio State. 25 in their win against Southern Utah last week. He's got it on the tee, ready to go from the 35. And a booming kick with the win, and easily makes it through the end zone, and the Beavers will start at the 25-yard line. Jonathan Smith and company will start from the 25-yard line. And right away to the air, it's Timmy Hernandez with the catch, and Connor Blount getting the start. Up to game time, we didn't know whether it'd be Blount or Luton, and they're going to go with the sophomore from Waukesha, Wisconsin.
I like the call. Again, get him warmed up too with an easy out route, just to get him lathered up and get going.
Blount goes to the far sideline. Hernandez again, and he has a first down. He's a possession guy, a senior who also comes from a rich family football tradition out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah, former JUCO transfer, Pima, CC. He's got hands. They trust him. They trust the guy. When you throw it to him, and if it's an accurate throw, Hernandez will come down with that ball.
And 30 catches last year. Pac-12 academic all first-team pick, and a first down. Beavers 2 good pass plays to open things up on their initial series. Blount coming off his first career start Played most of the way, though, against Ohio State. They'll run it with Jefferson to the left, and he shut down after a short gain near that far sideline. Lawson Hall, the sophomore linebacker, on the stop.
Excellent job by Adam Lopez as well, number 91. He set the edge on that thing and didn't allow Jamar Jefferson to turn the corner. Great pursuit by his Wolfpack defense.
They'd like Jefferson to get going early and often. You saw what he did in the last game. They're going to play fake it this time to Isaiah Hodgins, and their big target has a first down, and he's inside the 40 and to the Nevada 39-yard line. Asani Rufus on the tackle, 6'4" and 208. He's easy to spot.
Yeah, big catch radius. And offensive coordinator Coach Lindgren said they really like to throw the ball up. This time, just a sort of simple stop route. And what you're seeing is an 8-man front for Nevada, and so Oregon State says we can throw the football too now.
Going against that 3-3-5 look to the air. Downfield is Blount and hits his man Hernandez on a first down grab out of bounds at the Nevada 16-yard line.
I like what Lindgren is doing here. We talked about Jamar Jefferson having a huge day last week running the football, and so they come out throwing to loosen up this defense. They'll get back to this run game, but I like attacking this 8-man front with downfield throws.
We're giving Blount plenty of time. That was one of the keys for Oregon State. Keep him protected in the pocket. 3-receiver look this time. They'll hand it off to Jefferson running left. Jefferson inside the 10, and he's close to a first down near the 5-yard line. Nevada has not had an answer here. Early stages, Jamon Dotson, the senior corner, on the stop.
Rhythm from an offense. All offensive coordinators have a script to start the game, and so far both coordinators have come up with a great script because they're moving right down the field.
Jonathan Smith says our confidence comes through our preparation, and they've come out focused here on their first series. Second down and a couple. They need to get the football just inside the 6-yard line as Jefferson straight ahead. He's hit at the point of attack, but has enough for the first down. It'll be first to goal at the 5. 3 catches for Hernandez on this drive. Big plays, and now they're a first and goal situation. Look at those numbers last week. Almost past Steven Jackson for yardage in a single game.
And if you do anything almost past Steven Jackson, pretty good. My former teammate in St. Louis.
Blount over the middle. He's got his man Hodgins. Touchdown Oregon State.
Terrific job by Blount. This time they line up Hodgins in the slot, run a slant, and it's wide open. Against man coverage, a lot of defenses go man coverage on the goal line and in the red zone. If you can get inside your defender, there's money to be made over the middle.
Blount with his 4th touchdown pass this season, and the sophomore very effective, spotting Hernandez early and then Hodgins late, and Jordan Schuker for the extra point. Out of the hold of Hernandez, and the kick is good. We're tied at 7, 10 plays, 75 yards, and Oregon State with an impressive response against Nevada. Blount to Hodgins. We're all even. Couple 75-yard touchdown drives for Oregon State and Nevada. Good response from the Beavers. Blount to Hodgins on a 5-yard touchdown pass to get things even here. It's coming in, we thought the rushing attack of Oregon State against the passing attack of Nevada, but we've seen both teams do both things equally well here.
Well, the air raid does 2 things. It opens you up and spreads your defense out for the pass, but also creates natural running lanes. And you got a big offensive line. You got an opportunity to run the football.
Yeah, Oregon State has a big advantage. They have a 335-pound left guard. If you get specific there, that guys up front hoping to do some damage, that could pay dividends in the 4th quarter. Ball blown off the tee, and they get it teed up for Schuker, who gets the kick underway here. And that one will go through the end zone, and Nevada will have the football at the 25-yard line. First down from the 38. Straight ahead, and he's double-teamed, a drop for a loss back at the 36-yard line. Kalani Vakamelalo, the senior defensive tackle, makes his presence felt, and more from his safety spot.
Well, you'll forgive me if you just call him Kalani, but if he keeps making plays like that, I'll take a shot at that last name. Tremendous get off, tremendous penetration. Nice job by Kalani.
He's been the most consistent guy up front through a couple weeks of this season.
Yeah, they said he's been consistent. They want to see him make more splash plays. Well, there you go right there.
2nd and 12 now for Ganji and company. Has some time. Downfield, he's got McLean Maddox, and that's a first down at midfield. The sophomore taken down by Dwayne Williams. This guy, lightning in a bottle, a speedy slot receiver, one of the first guys Norvell recruited.
Well, when you run this 3-5-5, the problem is it's hard to generate a pass rush without blitzing. That time Oregon State did blitz, left man-to-man coverage, and against Maddox, we're looking for some problems.
They think he's the perfect air raid type receiver, model student athlete as well. Here's Moore putting his head down, moving the pile close to the 45-yard line. It's the yards after contact that make Moore so impressive. That was Jonathan Willis on the stop. That's a guy, you're a defensive player. He's a guy you don't want to run into too often.
Well, you know, some guys like to go down. Like, he's not one of them. You better bring your wood, and all your teammates need to hustle to the ball to help out as well.
2nd and 6 from the Oregon State 45. Ganji's going to keep it to the sideline, and he's run out of bounds short of the stick at the 43. Sean Wilson giving chase, the junior who's been a really versatile guy. He's played some corner, safety, and nickel for the Beavers.
Great read by Ganji. Read option is all about the quarterback's eyes. He reads the in-man in the line of scrimmage. If he crashes, he pulls the ball. If he stays outside, he gives it. Excellent job of pulling that ball by Ganji. Certainly not the fastest guy, but if you're smart with that read option, you have the leverage to get to the outside, and that's exactly what happened there.
3rd and 4. They converted on their first 3rd down try and their initial touchdown drive. They'll run it straight ahead, and that's a first down carry. And Taylor inside the 25. The freshman with a big run, Isaac Garcia on the stop.
That's a teenager, folks. He was playing high school football last fall. Watch this Saquon Barkley imitation. Yes, sir. And comes down running. Give him credit. The kid can play.
Impact first-year guy making his presence felt. We've seen him in the Wildcat. We've seen him in the pistol formation. Fresh set of downs now. They'll go back. Ganji to the air. Maddox has it, and he's out of bounds near the 10-yard line. They can't stay with Maddox. Blazing speed, a guy that picked Nevada over Air Force, Army, and Vandy with another big play.
Well, what you're seeing is you're seeing a cushion. When you got a fast guy like that, you better back off, and what that allows is bench routes like this to be wide open for you. They're getting downfield by going sideways. We talked about it. They will stretch you vertically, but also horizontally.
They'll go trips to the right side this time, and then errant snap. Ganji has to go back and eat the football.
Smart. No need to try to pick it up and be a hero. Just get on the ball. You already got 2nd down coming up. Don't create a catastrophe trying to do too much with the football.
It's Kalei Meyer, their senior center, with the errant snap back, and now puts him in a 2nd and 21.
It's an opportunity for this Beaver defense. They need to figure out a way to get a stop here and stem this tide.
From the 22, out of the backfield, Tawa makes one man miss and takes it inside the 15-yard line. They'll set up a 3rd down from there. Keith Wetzel, the outside linebacker, on the stop.
Wetzel did make the play, but he had number 42, the inside defender, do a Molau one-on-one against the freshman. He couldn't make the play. So right now what you're seeing is Nevada is doing a great job of putting their athletes in space one-on-one against the defenders, and they're winning the one-on-one battles right now.
3 receivers bottom of the screen, including Maddox, the sophomore. They're going to run it here, straight ahead. That's not going to pick up the first down. They called where they handed off to Taumule with the stop, but it's 4th down. A conservative call here. They'll bring the place kicker out there.
And if you're Nevada, you're saying to yourself, we beat ourselves there. We stopped ourselves. Okay, the Beavers didn't stop us. We had a penalty that was unnecessary. Probably wasn't a great call, but unnecessary penalty. That stopped us right there in the red zone.
So they'll bring Ramiz Ahmed out there, senior from Las Vegas. He's 2 for 2 on the year. 27-yard attempt straight away. And and the kick is good. So a couple drives, a couple scores for Nevada, and the Wolfpack take a 10-7 lead here in Reno. Matchup of 1-1 teams at Mackey Stadium. Nevada up by a field goal. Reno, Nevada, on the campus of the University of Nevada. They've known a lot of success here. 15 bowl trips in their history, 10 in the last 13 years. Chris Ault, the Hall of Famer, did a great job with the pistol offense. Now, Jay Norvell with the air raid offense, and they've been really good on their first two drives.
Yeah, you got to give them credit. They clearly had a great script like we talked about before, great game plan, and the players are executing it right now.
Ahmed to kick it away, and this is returnable. And not much room to operate. Play action. Blount on the move. Incomplete, looking for Hodgins on the near sideline.
I think Blount had an opportunity to run that football, but let's take a look at the sportsmanlike. Nothing there, nothing there.
They mentioned taunting, so some verbal there at the end.
I mean, certainly we couldn't hear the replay, but wow, I didn't see a whole lot. I'll just say that.
2nd and 10.
I'd like to see Blount run that football on that swap boot in the last play.
They're going to go straight ahead as they give it to Case Rogers for the first time, a freshman from Houston. It'll set up a 3rd and long. Daniel Brown, the junior corner, on the stop. Now, if you're Nevada, you've got a chance here to bring some pressure on 3rd and long.
Yeah, this is what you want to get to right here. This offense is not built for 3rd and long. And that was a tremendous job by Brown. He was the alley player on that run, and one-on-one against the back, and he wins.
And this is where Jonathan Smith and his offense have to be wary of Malik Reed, who is a hybrid, their pass rusher, their captain. He's bottom of the screen there, coming after the quarterback on 3rd and 7. Blount is picked off. It's intercepted by Dotson, and the Wolfpack come up with a big turnover.
Terrific job by Dotson. He almost ran the route for the receiver. He was all over this ball. Nice job of rerouting. This is zone coverage. He comes off number 1, reads the eyes of the cornerback, falls back inside. You couldn't do it any better. I mean, so well coached, well executed. That's his own defense. You see the ball being thrown, you make a break on it, and you catch it when it's thrown to you.
Dotson, their fastest defender, a University of Washington transfer, played for the Huskies in 33 games. Sets him up in a good spot here.
And do I dare see a turnover towel? We'll have to talk about that now. Turnover towel here in Nevada.
Pressure coming over the middle. Maddox has it. Touchdown, Nevada.
Okay, now, if you're going to bring pressure, you got to deal with Mr. Maddox. And you haven't been able to do it yet. This is just one-on-one post route, as basic as it gets. Sean Wilson, who's a tremendous player. We talked about him in the open, but one-on-one against number 1 is problems.
A 24-yard touchdown strike. Mannix 4th catch for a touchdown this season. Last year, a freshman All-America. And he extends this Nevada lead. And the extra point is no good. It hits the upright. Ahmed can't convert on it with the wind swirling here. It remains a 16-7 game. This one is going to reach the end zone. Flemings is going to bring it out again across the 15 and to the 17-yard line. And the Beavers again starting deep in their own territory on this series.
Well, that new rule, kickoff rule, is turning these kick return men into decision makers. You got to make a decision for the team.
So Jonathan Smith and company trailing, an interception hurting them early, and Nevada has a 16-7 lead. 1 quarter in the books from Reno. We open up the second quarter. Oregon State and Nevada, the Wolfpack owning a 10-7 lead. Beavers go to work from the 17-yard line. Blount in some trouble, escapes one man. Now he'll just have to tuck it and run out of bounds after a short gain near the 20-yard line. Blount was getting pressure in the backfield that time from Malik Reed, who has 15 career sacks. He evades this guy.
And not many people evade that guy.
And that's Lucas Weber in there giving problems as well, but
unblocked defender is an unblocked defender, right? I mean, great job by keeping his feet alive and keeping that play alive. But at some point right now, if you're Oregon State, get back to who you are and run this football.
2nd and 8 from the 20. Jefferson nowhere to go. Somehow out escapes a couple defenders, and then he takes a loss back at the 19-yard line. Great pursuit to the football. Nephi Sewell and Asani Rufus combining on the stop. Thank you, Chris. On 3rd and 9, again, Blount under duress, and Corey Rush gets to him, and they drop him for a sack back at the 15-yard line.
Well, that's disheartening if you're a Beaver fan, because the Wolfpack only rushed 3. And when you rush 3, you're saying we're not going to get pressure. Well, guess what? Corey Rush said, no, I'll get you pressure. I'll beat my guy one-on-one, keep working, come back inside, and finish the play with the quarterback on the ground. Tremendous job right there. 3-man rush now.
6 sacks this season for Nevada. They're bigger, they're bulkier up front than last year. As Daniel Rodriguez gets the kick away. Fielded by Fossum. And a good return for Nevada. Romeo Dubs, a big punt return for Nevada to the Oregon State 29-yard line. We're going to take a closer look at that. It could have been disaster for Nevada, but they have it at the Beavers 29 now. They go to the air. O'Leary Orange inside the 20. Has a first down, and he's hammered out of bounds near the 10-yard line. Dubs on that last punt return on his side of the field, setting them up with a big play inside the 30, and now Nevada is in the red zone.
He bobbled it twice. When's the last time you see a 2-bobble be successful, right? But simple smoke screen on the outside by Nevada, getting blockers in front. The wide receivers are doing a tremendous job of blocking downfield.
Empty backfield now. Kincaid on the little pitch from Ganji. Kincaid navigating and finds the end zone. Touchdown Wolfpack.
Again, the wide receiver blocking is stellar. That's like a handoff, but that will go into the books as a pass. That's a push pass. This is just a simple stretch play, but watch the push pass by Ganji. See, that's a pass right there. Now look at the perimeter blocking. Excellent. They're stretching, and then you put your foot in the ground, Kincaid, and get upfield, touchdown.
And that goes in the books as another touchdown pass for Ganji, his 6th of the season. Ahmed for the extra point. Nevada off to a great start here at home as they add to their lead. 23-7 Wolfpack. The air raid offense is alive and well.
It really is, and you got to give them credit. They're running the football. We know they love to pass, but look at the stretch play. And Kincaid said, let me eat too, in Reno.
4 Nevada scoring drives, and Coach Norvell's team up 23-7 on Oregon State. They have worked with 2 short fields to score. First, an interception by Jomani Dotson, and then a punt return by Jermaine Dubs, giving them the opportunity to score touchdowns. And they're getting all phases of their game kicking into high gear here.
Yeah, the Wolfpack are hot right now, but what you need from the Beavers is a long Beaver drive. Running the football, mixing in the pass. They got to protect that defense. The defense have been on the field for a lot of snaps now. Need that offense to pick them up to stay in this ball game.
Personal foul penalty on Mickey Fafita of Oregon State. Now an onside kick. And who has it? Oregon State recovers. They tried to catch him napping with the ball at the 50-yard line after the personal foul penalty. And Oregon State getting the recovery. Andre Bowden coming up with it.
Try to catch him slipping with a dribble here. Just dribble that thing. He wanted to go 10 yards, but Andre says, no way. I'm on the screws. I got to see the ball being kicked, and if it's an onside kick, I'm going to attack the football.
And a touchdown drive on their initial possession. Here's Jefferson trying to bounce it to the outside, turns the corner, and there he goes down the sideline. Finally bumped out of bounds. This is a guy that had 238 yards against Southern Utah last week. Baber finally gets to him.
Yeah, you got to just keep giving it to him. All right, I'm not saying he's Barry Sanders, but that's a Barry Sanders-like run right there. Watch inside where that ball's supposed to go. Look at him bounce. Look at him get a leg and take it away. Excellent quickness, and he's got top-end speed to turn the corner. Just keep calling the runs. A guy like that will pop off a big one at any moment.
21-yard pickup, first down at the Nevada 38. Blount under pressure again. He's hit, and the ball comes free. It's picked up by Nevada. Malik Reed's going to take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Oh, boy. Starting to snowball a little bit. Malik Reed, that's the guy you want to get in his hands defensively. If you get the ball in his hands, he's going to outrun most or all linemen and most running backs as well. This guy can run. He's a tremendous player, and there's the towel. I don't know if it's a cape or a towel. You tell me, Trey, but he's got something around those shoulders. That's a happy young man right there, and he's breathing a little hard, too, now.
They believe he is next-level potential. 6'2", 235 senior from Dothan, Alabama, has had a tremendous career. Their hybrid guy at will linebacker, but a rush end as well. And they have scored in a variety of ways here to open this game up. His first career touchdown as the extra point is added here by Ahmed. Pressure on the quarterback setting this one up.
Yeah, he went from being a defensive lineman to a linebacker, and that's made him some NFL money, but watch him pick it up and go. That's a dream come true for any defender, folks. We'll be back.
Malik Reed with the scoop and the score after Sonny Rufus hit the quarterback and forced the fumble. 30-7, Nevada making a statement here against Oregon State. Early stage of second quarter. Ahmed to kick it away. And that will go through the end zone, and the Beavers will start at the 25-yard line. A lot of work to do. Let's take Jonathan Smith. Prior to this game, we didn't know if it would be Blount or Luton at quarterback. And they have Luton in there right now as the new QB as they'll run it on first down. A carry by Flemings close to the first down marker at the 35-yard line. Luton, a guy that suffered a concussion in the first series at Ohio State, has a bigger arm than Blount, and he is a senior.
Yeah, and Blount is more athletic, and he's a good football player, but it's interesting to see Luton and try to see if he can throw from the pocket and win from the pocket against this 3-5.
10-yard pickup, a guy that missed the final 8 games last year, a spinal fracture against Washington State. Play action here. You can see that big arm. He fires it incomplete over the middle, looking for Timmy Hernandez. Put some mustard on that one.
He did. But really good zone defense being played. Nefi Sewell gets in the throwing lane. See that? That makes it a tougher throw by the quarterback. Nefi Sewell's getting right where he needs to be, right on that hash mark. Gets in the throwing lane, makes it a high throw. Excellent job of, like I said, zone defense by the secondary.
Luton, a guy that originally played at the University of Idaho, then went the Ventura Junior College route where he was a JC All-American, and then last year at Oregon State. Here he is on second and long over the middle, spots a man, first down grab, and they move the chains as he hooks up with Isaiah Smalls, the tight end. Asani Rufus on the tackle.
Terrific job of standing tall in the pocket, looking down the barrel. Great protection. That's pitch and catch. That's easy. That's way too easy. And Smalls is a terrific tight end receiver. Not real big, 6'4", 222. Just a freshman. He'll grow into that body. But he is a mismatch problem on the outside because of his athleticism.
27-yard pickup. Beavers on the march now inside the 40. Side of the field. Here's a lateral pass behind the line of scrimmage to Hernandez, who throws it incomplete.
Yeah, smart decision by Hernandez. He saw that it wasn't there. They tried to go double pass. Didn't fool anyone in the defensive secondary, so don't try to do too much. Don't play hero ball. Throw the ball away and play second down.
How important is it for the Beavers to get a score here before the break? They had that initial drive, 75 yards on the score, and have been shut down since that point.
Yeah, it'll be huge for them. You got to be able to get a score here because you're a running football team, and you got to keep the game close enough to be able to call these runs. So points here would be helpful.
Or intentional grounding. There was a receiver in the area. Second down.
Receiver in the area on that Hernandez pass. 2nd and 10 now. It's a team that wanted to run it first. That was their game plan coming in. A pro style that plays fast, but they haven't been able to get on court here against Nevada. Luton changing up the play at the line of scrimmage. Jefferson to his left. Handoff Jefferson, sidesteps one man, goes down. Flying around. Nevada a lot of times in the backfield just as the ball carrier touches the ball. Corey Rush involved in that one, and they had a lot of blue shirts in there again.
Yeah, Rush fences off, but look at number 96. How's this Akona? He is a factor on that play. He gets penetration right now, makes the ball redirect where it doesn't want to go, and like you said, Rush fences it off.
3rd and 11. Jefferson right up the gut, and he is close to the first down, a little bit short. They drop him at the 30, and you've got a 4th and 1 coming up, under 6 minutes to go, first half.
Just keep giving it to him, Trey. Again, I got to get the ball in his hands. He's so much quicker and faster than everybody else on the field. Certainly, yes, go downfield. Look for Hernandez and company. But number 22, he's the guy that's going to get you home.
They'll go for it on 4th and 1. Jefferson has the first down as he leans forward to the 27-yard line. Now 10 carries, make it 11 carries and 53 yards. Sonny Rufus and Jarius McDade combining on that stop.
Now, young players generally like to bounce balls outside. Look at him stick the foot in the ground and get upfield. He knows his short yardage. He knows his 4th down. Be tough. Take the short yardage gain. Keep the chains moving. Great discipline by Mr. Jefferson.
Out of Harbor City, California. They make a switch now at running back. In there is Wallace as Luton has to eat the football. Looked like a miscommunication there. They weren't on the same page, and he takes a loss back to the 27.
It's the unforced errors, Trey. They continue to show themselves up. As soon as the Beavers start to get something going, his mental mistakes, unforced errors that kind of screw things up here. He wanted to go down the field. It looked like a play action. Didn't see what he wanted. He's not a guy that can run the football. That's not how he wins.
Not as mobile as Blount. 2nd and 12 now. Has some time in the pocket. Steps up and fires. And it's a back shoulder throw. And it's hauled in by Colby Taylor. Baber on the coverage. It's a 1st and goal.
Back shoulder at its finest. This play is so hard to defend. The defender's realizing it's a go route. He's got to get up over the top. But no, underthrown on purpose. Great adjustment by Taylor.
And now a timeout.
Timeout. Nevada is their first. It will be 30 seconds.
1st and goal. Good catch by Taylor, the redshirt freshman.
It really was. And this back shoulder throw has become all the rage at every level because, like I said, it's so hard to defend. And it takes a tremendous amount of reps and work to have 2 players on the same page. And you got a guy who's athletic enough, like a Taylor, to adjust to the football and come down with it. It can really hurt the defense.
Both of these. Jefferson back in at running back, straight ahead, spins for the goal line, and no indication yet. Touchdown.
Yeah.
Didn't see the hands go up, and they give Oregon State the score.
Now listen, I'd like to give myself all kinds of credit and say keep giving 22, but I'm sure the viewers at home can see it. This guy right here is tough to stop. He's the guy that's going to get you where you need to be. Keep handing him the football, play behind this offensive line who has a big weight advantage against the Wolfpack defense. Stay within yourself, Oregon State. You can make money in the second half.
Jefferson, his 5th rushing touchdown. Impact freshman, one of the tops in the Pac-12 this year as Shuker is in for the extra point. And a much-needed score from Oregon State. 7 plays, 39 yards, and the freshman finds the end zone. Shuker again needing some assistance, and he gets this kick away. And this will be a fair catch call for inside the 5. And the new rule in college football, you bring that out to the 25-yard line if the fair catch is made from the 25. Plenty of time for Ganji and the Wolfpack to work with. 4:12. They have a couple timeouts left. Ganji to the air on 1st down. Nobody there. They had a receiver, O'Leary Orange, running the fly pattern, and I think the quarterback thought that was a down and out.
Yeah, he was looking for a stop route outside. You got 2 guys who weren't on the same page, didn't see the same thing, and it can look ugly when you do that. Sometimes that ends up in the pick, but no catastrophe here, just 2nd and long.
Nevada, a disappointing loss at Vanderbilt last week, 41-10. They called this game a do-over, and they've done a great job so far. Kelton Moore in trouble in the backfield, and he's dropped for a loss. That was Hamaka Rashid Jr. on the stop.
Now, Rashid was unblocked, but guess how many times you've seen unblocked players miss tackles, right? You go ahead and wrap up because you know that guy can break tackles. We've seen it earlier. Great job by Rashid. Unblocked player doesn't mean you're going to make the play. You got to still make it.
Pack 3 of 5 on third downs. 3rd and 11 here. Ganji. Mannix can't come up with a flag. Is on the field, though, back near the line of scrimmage.
Looking for Mannix, and why not? He's had a big day already just in the first half.
Conaway will punt it away, standing at his 10-yard line. End-over-end kick. And it's over the head of Irish, and that'll bounce inside the 20. Let's see where they mark this. An effective punt by Conaway to the 13-yard line.
Can't do it.
Oregon State trying to get points here before the break, now trailing by 16. It's Jefferson. Well, he's a marked man now. 4 blue jerseys there to shut him down. Stays in bounds and down near the line of scrimmage.
What you consistently see is the guy does not get tackled by the first defender. Great job by Jamin Dotson to clean everything up, but just a great job of team pursuit all half by the Nevada Wolfpack.
3-receiver look for Luton. Slant pattern, that'll be close to the stick. It's pulled in by Champ Flemings, the redshirt freshman. We've got a 3rd and about a yard to go.
Yeah, you had twins formation on the outside, double slants. That's a zone beater. You're going to find somebody open. Great read right there by Mr. Luton.
Jefferson straight ahead. 1st down, trying to break it, and he stumbles. He had a chance to bust that to the outside and maybe go the distance.
Oh, boy. Right, he wants that back. You know you're too athletic to be falling down. That's the 2nd time the Turf Monster has tripped up Jefferson. The Turf Monster might have better tackles on 22 than anybody else. See, look at that. I mean, yeah, you tell me what took him down.
1st down from midfield. Luton to the sideline, and it's close to the stick. A diving attempt, and that's hauled in. Great play by Isaiah Hodgins.
What a route by Hodgins. Yeah, it's a down and out. Very simple, but look at him work back to the ball. And that's a great throw, but even better route by Hodgins to get that football.
His dad, James, played fullback in the NFL with Cardinals, Jets, and Rams. He's done a good job at receiver. Straight ahead, it's Jefferson. He slams his way inside of the 35, down to the 32. The freshman is starting to heat up. You can see it over the course of the 2nd quarter.
But what happens, they give him the ball. You got a Ferrari, you don't let it sit in the garage. You rev that thing up, you gas it up, and you go with it.
Get your money's worth, huh?
Why not?
He's going to get a breather here with 1.5 minutes to go in the 1st half. Oregon State trying to get some more points before the break, cut into the 16-point deficit. Luton, pump fake, flushed out of the pocket, fires for the corner, and incomplete. Looking for Hernandez on the near side.
Great coverage down the field. Still like the poise of Luton, though. He's manipulating the pocket slowly, right? Doing a good job, but it gets rid of the ball when that clock starts to run in every quarterback. Every quarterback has a clock, and when you get deep in that clock, you know that ball has to come out or you're going to get sacked.
Dotson was on the coverage over there. 2nd and 10. Two receivers to each side for Luton. Over the middle. 1st down grab. It's Hodgins. They've got a 1st and goal. There's that big frame at 6'4" coming into play.
Yes, sir. Great hands catch. He attacked the football. All young receivers, don't let that ball get in your body. Go attack it with your hands.
They'll go quick snap now and hand it off straight ahead. This is Rogers, and he's shut down at the 3-yard line. 2nd and goal. They have 2 timeouts left. Let's see if they opt to use one right here.
Rogers is another true freshman. I like the way he covered up that ball with 2 arms, though.
And they still have their 2 timeouts remaining here. 2nd and goal. Perfect in the red zone so far. Hodgins shuffling in motion. Play action for Luton. Corner of the end zone. Hodgins. Touchdown.
Yeah, and you should say you're eating, because that's exactly what you're doing, Mr. Hodgins. But how about the time? How about the pass blocking by the offensive line? When you go
play action. What that does is allow the offensive line to be aggressive and give a run look, and that sort of negates the pass rush. And what you have is a crossing route. It gives time for the receiver like Hodgins to get all the way across the field. It's hard to stay with a wide receiver when you got that much time.
Coaches say he has the best hands of any receiver. He also has the biggest target at 6'4". Plenty of offense. Nevada got off to the great start. Their offense, defense, and special teams all coming up with big plays, but we saw the difference with Luton at quarterback for the Beavers. Their offense came alive.
Yeah, they did, and Matt Langren, he adjusted, right? He had a tough first quarter, but this entire Beaver offense and defense showed great poise and great toughness mentally to stay in this game.
30-21, Nevada. The Beavers will get the second half kickoff. A good first half from Jay Norvell, but he's looking for a little bit more as they enter the halftime locker room. We thought we'd see some points, and we have 51 in the first half. Nevada in front of Oregon State, 30-21 in this Mountain West versus Pac-12 matchup. One of these teams is going to move to 2-1. And Nevada got off to a great start, but a good answer from Jake Luton and the Beavers.
Yeah, they did. That air raid was cooking early, and it was a little bit of a balanced air raid. They were able to run the football, especially on the first drive, and they got Ganji comfortable, got him warmed up, and he was terrific after that. And they got off to an early big lead, but then the Beavers decided they want to wake up. First of all, they decided they want to stop beating themselves, right? I mean, they had a lot of unforced errors, pre-snap penalties, and turnovers. That helped the team, Nevada, that doesn't need any help, get off to that big lead. They cut those down in the second quarter, and it shows them the scoreboard.
Beavers are going to get the football first. 14 consecutive points after trailing 30-7 to draw a little bit closer as we're ready for the second half. Ramiz Ahmed to kick it away for Nevada. Champ Flemings will take it in the end zone for the touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25-yard line. Luton opening up the second half as the Oregon State started. They've been a different team with him in at quarterback. Goes to work on first down to the air, and the catch made by Timmy Hernandez, the senior from Phoenix. He's cut down immediately at the 29-yard line, close to 4 on that play. Robbins in on the tackle.
Stop routes, just double stop routes on the outside, let the quarterback read out and deliver the ball on time. Those are timing routes. The ball's going to come out before the zone defenders can drive it.
Luton, a senior from Marysville, Washington, to the sideline. Catch made by Hodgins. He had two touchdown grabs in that first half, and he picks up right where he left off with a grab there to move the sticks.
RPO, run pass option. That's exactly what that was. The entire offensive line and running backs are running a run play. The wide receivers and quarterback, they'll pass it based on the decision of Luton. Great job of getting that ball out of his hands. Tough to defend.
6 catches, 62 yards now for Hodgins. He's been the go-to guy. Luton near sideline, and he overshoots his intended receiver. There's a flag, though, coming in. It was intended for Hernandez over there, and Asani Rufus with some contact.
Well, the question is, was that a catchable ball? You know, if I'm Nevada, I'm saying no. Wave that arm over your hat, official. There was an uncatchable ball.
There is no foul or pass interference. Pass is uncatchable.
You called it. They pick up the flag.
Yeah, great job of the line judge. She was all over it. And you got to be careful now if you're Luton. You don't want to be late to the outside. Those are the balls that get picked and go to the house the other way.
12 of 18 through the air, 133 yards and a touchdown strike. 2nd and 10. Play fake. Zips it over the middle. Taylor drops it. That was a first down grab on Nevada's side of the field. He couldn't hang on.
There it was. That's how the game started for Oregon State. Too many unforced errors. That's an error. That's a mental error. That was nothing physical there. Ran a great route. Ball's on time. 2 hands out. Hits both hands. Squeeze the football, young fella. I mean, you know, you tell me. I don't know. Got to come out of the second half locker room ready to go.
Taylor, a red shirt last year out of Chandler, Arizona, has had some good moments, has a couple catches thus far in this one. Here they are, 3rd and 10 now. Opening series, 3rd quarter for the Beavers. Pressure coming on Luton. Flushed out of there to the sideline to his tight end Smalls. The catch not enough for the first down, though. Robbins over there and push him out. It's 4th down.
How about the 3-man rush, though? Continues to put pressure with just 3 men. That is so impressive. I mean, you got 5 blocking 3. 3 guys get there, force the quarterback. Now, again, Luton does a great job stepping up, but he doesn't want to move that launch point. You know, he wants to stand back there, look, hold it, and throw the open man. The pressure continues to get there. great job of getting off the field for Nevada.
There's Caleb Fossum now in as a punt returner for Nevada, standing back at the 15. Daniel Rodriguez, first-year punter for the Beavers, hangs it up there. Fossum calling for the fair catch on the run, and he makes it at the 25-yard line. OSU now 3 of 9 on third down. And Nevada gets their first possession here in the third quarter.
Now that feeling of that punt by Fossum, that looks like a nothing play. But if you recall, Oregon State punt returner didn't feel the ball. Usually, they did a study back when I was playing. It was ancient years ago, all right? It's been a while. But that study said whenever a punt hits the ground, it's usually negative 17 yards by the receiving team. So you've got to come up and field that punt and save that hidden yardage.
Aggressive play there, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Kelton Moore on first down for Nevada. And he has a first down and still moving the pile across the 35.
Woo! Now, if you don't know Australian rules football or rugby, you just saw a scrum right there, folks, at the end of that run. Look at the quickness by the big fella and running through tackles. That's what you like to see. And in the second half, trust me, DBs do not want to tackle that monster.
And Jalen Moore just trying to hold on for dear life, the safety, but it's enough to move the chains, and that's a run that really can inspire those guys up front.
No doubt about that.
First down in midfield now. Ganji, fresh set of downs over the middle, incomplete. Boy, that was a dangerous pass intended for Mannix. Defenders converging, and he had his head on a swivel with that one fired in there.
He did. I think Mannix might have turned that one down, and that ball was a little high and late over the middle. And that's sort of danger zone against zone coverage. Mannix, I think, made a business decision there, Trey.
Well, he had a huge year last year, 57 catches, second in the nation for freshmen. Has 4 grabs for 80 yards and a touchdown already for Nevada. Trying to get something jump-started here with their offense. Haven't scored since the 10-minute mark, second quarter. There's a lateral to Fossum. He's going to put it in the air. And incomplete downfield. They have done, we've seen that a couple times, the lateral pass. They were looking for dubs down the near sideline.
Yeah, and Sean Wilson's got to be careful again. That could have been illegal contact. You don't want to make contact with the receiver downfield, but they were in great position. You're going to see a little bit of bump at the end of this route right there. See, you can't do that. Just be smart. Now, he didn't draw the flag, but Wilson's got to be smart and not make that contact because that could have drew a flag and hurt that defense.
3rd and 10. Ganji changing it up. They're 3 of 8 on third downs. They need to get it to the Beavers' 40-yard line. Pressure coming. Deals it. Incomplete. Intended for Fossum. And it's 4th down. Jalen Moore was there defensively.
What a play by Moore. Again, zone coverage. See the players seeing the eyes of the quarterback? He's driving on it. That ball should have been completed, but his effort of finishing with the ball on the ground is why that was incomplete. And look at this.
I don't see the punt team.
No.
4th and 10. Now, this has got to be a pooch kick here. You're not going to risk it up 30-21, and they're going to punt it away. That's a good move by Ganji. Nobody back to field it. Hits it inside the 10. A beauty, and they down it at the 7-yard line.
Great call, Trey.
So Ganji with the pooch punt. We saw Oregon State do that as well.
It's good for the goose, right?
Yep.
Good for the goose.
Jonathan Smith, offensive coordinator at Washington last 4 years. First year at the helm of this Oregon State program as their head coach. Luton goes to the right sideline. Timmy Hernandez with another catch. That's his 8th of the game. Short gain. Asani Rufus on the tackle.
So you're seeing these stop routes, these hook routes, intermediate and short routes have been there all day. Do not be surprised if you see a hook and go, a double move where they fake the route you just saw and try to go over the top, catching one of these DBs being extra aggressive.
Well, Isaiah Hodgins is the big play guy. He's top of the screen. 2nd and 5. They'll go to the bottom part of the screen, the left side, and it's Hernandez again with another catch. And he has a first down near the 30-yard line. Dotson over there on the tackle.
Yeah, and Dotson's playing the defense that's called. They're playing a soft zone, and you're going to make some catches if you're offense against a soft zone. But what you want to do defensively is come up and make the tackle. And that's exactly what Dotson did there.
Hernandez, whose brother Brian played at Utah and in the NFL with the Eagles and Redskins. Having a big game so far. Pump fake. Here's that play you talked about. Downfield shot, incomplete. Trying to air it out with Hernandez on the far sideline.
Terrific discipline by the defense, the entire defense there. They tried to catch him slipping with the fake. First of all, they faked the run, went play action, then the double move. Terrific job of pass protection by the offensive line, but even better job of defending the pass in that secondary.
Verdale Robbins was the guy they were picking on, number 3, 2nd and 10. Hodgins goes low to get it, makes a man miss, look out, midfield. Hodgins inside the 20, a big play before Baber finally runs him down, and what an effort from the sophomore from Oakley, California, here in the waning stages in the 3rd quarter.
And a tremendous day continues for Hodgins. Great throw. He goes down and gets it. The defender overruns it, and he picks him up and puts him down, big fella.
Oregon State in the red zone after a 50-yard pass play. Luton to Hodgins, his 10th catch, and he sets up the Beavers in a great spot. Down 9, 4th quarter coming up. A 50-yard catch and run by Isaiah Hodgins, putting Oregon State on the doorstep at the Nevada 20-yard line. Luton, Hernandez, short gain, gets that yardage back inside the 20 to the 18. Jamon Dotson on the tackle.
The amount of cushion they're giving these wide receivers is obscene, really. I mean, it couldn't be any easier to throw an out route against soft coverage like that. They've got to find a way to be tighter on this coverage with safety help over the top. Cover 2 is just what the doctor ordered to take care of that.
That's 6 yards there, and it's a 2nd and 9 now. Just underway 4th quarter. Neither team has scored since the 2nd quarter. Slant pattern, and it is picked off. Intercepted by Robbins. Verdale Robbins, who wasn't even listed on the 2 deep. The DB from Los Angeles with a big play, and they've been picking on him on this drive.
And guess what coverage it was? It was cover 2. And they shut that down by being tighter. Look at the safeties in the middle. And look at the drive on the ball by Robbins. And as you said, they were picking on him. 5'9", 165, giving up height and weight against most of these receivers, especially Hodgins. But he comes up and makes a tremendous play. Cover 2 allows you to play tighter on the outside because you have safety help in the middle of the field. I think that was the right call. Came up with a big play for this Wolfpack.
First career pick, and the Wolfpack have it at the 8-yard line. Luton appeared to be in a groove after hooking up with Hodgins on a big 50-yard pass play. It ends in the red zone. Straight ahead, the Wolfpack testing the middle. Nothing doing. That's Devontae Lee getting a call for the first time, a freshman from Oklahoma City. Elu Aiden on the stop.
And I like the demeanor of the Beaver defense. You just keep answering the bell. That's what defense is all about. It doesn't matter what the offense is doing. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. Every time I jog out as a defender, I'm going to play with a tremendous amount of effort and execution to keep my team in the game.
Beavers coughing it up. That could be costly. Ganji's just 1 of 8, 2 yards in the 2nd half. Going deep with this one. Knocked away, intended for Mannix. And good coverage down there. Dwayne Williams, who has that sprinter speed, stayed with him.
And did you see him recover? I mean, he was beat initially, but with that sprinter speed, as you said, he catches up and almost makes a top 10 play on the sidelines. And that was beautiful job by Williams, not giving up on the play and not fouling. He didn't come up and make a terrible play on the receiver and get yourself a flag. Just a great play. That's
2 guys with blazing speed right there. Mannix and Williams, a matchup to watch. 3rd and 10. Ganji almost intercepted. He wanted dubs, and that was almost picked off by Caleb Hayes, the redshirt freshman cornerback from San Bernardino.
I think Ganji sort of blitzed and he sped himself up. You see how he wasn't set? You see how his feet weren't in the ground, and that caused an errant throw a little bit high? That's one of the few errors we've seen from Ty Ganji. You know the blitz is coming, but you still got to have the discipline to get your feet set and throw an accurate ball. If that ball is a little lower, a little more accurate, that's a first down.
Wolfpack now 3 of 11 on 3rd downs as Conaway will punt it 5 yards deep in his end zone. Irish waiting on the punt near midfield. End over end. Takes a hop. Picks it up at the 44. Irish trying to get to the edge. Turns the corner. He's to the Nevada side of the field, and out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Good return from Josiah Irish, and Oregon State with another chance to score points here in the third quarter. Excellent field position. Trailing Nevada 30-21. Big pick by the young DB for Nevada. It's been a hot and cold evening for Ty Ganji, the senior leader for Nevada at quarterback. His team still in front 30-21. They've gone cold offensively, and excellent field position for Oregon State after the punt at the Nevada 22. Jefferson straight ahead, and he gets a couple yards to the 40, and that's it. Last time Oregon State the drive into the red zone, Burdale Robbins the pick. Can they cash in this time?
That's a great question. And we also seen is that number 22's cooled off a little bit too, huh? And they've kind of gone away from him. They've been substituting. He probably got a little tired. He is a freshman. Freshmen hit walls around this time of year, but I got to get him the football and see if he can roll.
19 carries, 83 yards for Jefferson. Play action over the middle, wide open. The catch is made, and it's Taylor down to the red zone again as he's knocked down at the 11-yard line. Nephi Sewell on the tackle.
And what you see there is the effect of Jamar Johnson. Look at the play action. Pulls up the linebackers, and bam, wide open throwing lane for Luton. Just a very accurate throw, hands catch, move the chains.
First and 10 after that 20-yard pickup. Ball now at the 11-yard line. 28 yards on that pass play. Here's Jefferson straight ahead, and they have bottled him up. You'd mentioned that between the tackles, it's been tough. Lucas Weber, the senior, a dual citizen of Austria and the United States, on the stop.
And Corey Rush helping him out too. Rush has been very productive today. It just has not been the Malik Reed show, although he's been great, but he's brought some of his friends with him too.
2nd and 9. They can get a first down at the 1-yard line. Hodgins and Hernandez each with 10 catches. They're split out, top of the screen. Hernandez in motion. Luton over the middle. Catch made. It's not a touchdown, but it's a first down as Hodgins goes low to get it. What a game this kid's having with 11 grabs.
Double H. It's been the Hodgins Hernandez show. Up and down the field all game. They have yet to find an answer to that riddle right there, number 17.
Now they go quick snap, Jefferson, and he leaps, and he's in. Touchdown, Beavers. And that is the first points in this second half, and they draw within 3.
And we wondered which offense would begin to pick it up in the second half. It took an entire quarter and some change, but Oregon State has answered the call. Great vision and cutback. Look at him find the crease and goes airborne and finish it off. This guy, number 22, is not just athletic, fast, and quick, but he's a very mature one. He's got great eyes. He's patient enough to find holes and go through them.
His second rushing touchdown, and he has 6 for the season. We're just in week 3. Schuker for the extra point, and he knocks it through there, and it's now a 2-point game. Jermar Jefferson, the freshman from Harbor City, California, having another big game. Over the top for the score. A wild one in Reno, Nevada. Nevada leading Oregon State now 30-28. The Beavers have 406 yards of total offense, but they still trail in this one. But they have some momentum. Jefferson getting his second touchdown run. Only 25 yards of total offense for Nevada here in the second half.
Yeah, but if I'm Jay Norvell, I'm telling my team, listen, all we need to do is win the last 11:40. All right, this thing has not gone exactly the way we wanted. We got to a big lead. Now they're coming back, but win the last 11:40, we win the game.
Ganji goes to the air, and there's a positive play as it's hauled in by Fossum. Pickup of 8, Dwayne Williams on the stop. It has been tough sledding. Ganji looks like a different quarterback here in the second half. That's a good start to get him back on track.
And he's different, not because he's coming out and screwing it up. It's because the Beavers defense has stepped up. And Tim Typser said, they're going to catch the balls in front of us. We got to come up and make the tackle.
6 for his last 19 through the air. Throws to the sideline. That's a first down grab from Mannix. There's a guy that could help him out. He looks to him more often as Dwayne Williams runs him out of bounds. Mannix 5 catches now with 11 minutes to play in this one.
These first 2 plays look like the first 2 plays of the game, where they began to stretch horizontally this Beaver defense and then eventually attack downfield. Don't forget about that run game.
Keeper, all kinds of room for Ganji. First down and more. He's at the Beavers 45 and runs out of bounds near the 40-yard line. It was like the parting of the Red Sea there. Jalen Moore finally running him out.
How about the call by Matt Money? See, when you start to get a defense on their heels with the pass game, then you go ahead and sneak in an RPO and get your quarterback on the outside with a great decision to keep it, and there's nobody home.
Ganji now 56 yards on the ground. And a key first down, trying to keep this lead, keep the sticks moving. Play fake, deep ball. Doubs has it, makes the grab. It's first and goal.
Terrific design, terrific call again. These are called sister plays, Trey. Now you fake the read option, and you go deep with the post route, or excuse me, the go route. I love it. Sister plays. Let the defense think one's coming when it's the other coming. Now they don't know what's coming.
Romeo Doubs, his first catch, and what a time to come up with it for the freshman from Los Angeles.
Pistol, high alert for run.
A career-high 35-yard reception. Nobody there for the football. Ganji's going to keep it. It might work anyway. Hit hard. Is he in? No. Just shy of the goal line, and that looked like a train wreck from the outset, and he turned it into a great play.
Well, I think Ganji turned the wrong way. See that? I think he turned the wrong way, and now he's improvising. And it looked like, to me, he finished that play in the end zone. He got some help from his offensive line. No, great call.
Boy, he took a big hit from Mickey Fafita, the 300-pounder. Second and goal after the timeout. Straight ahead, it's Moore. Second effort, leaning. Did he get there? Yes, touchdown.
Kelton Moore has no quit in him. Kelton Moore has tremendous leg drive. St. Thomas Aquinas' finest right there. Tremendous job of running through contact, continuing to play, fighting, reaching. It's dangerous to reach sometimes, but look at the pad level. Look at the effort. He's not done. Are you done, defense? Because he's not. He's fighting. He's coming. You need help. You need more pursuit from the Beavers defense to finish that play off. Didn't get it. Touchdown.
The second effort has been tremendous throughout the course of this game for a guy moving piles and getting that half yard that they needed for the score. Here's an important extra point from Ahmed, trying to make it a 9-point game. And he gets it.
Big extra point. Big extra point. Because down to 2-possession ball game.
6 plays, 75 yards. And the second touchdown this season for big Kelton Moore.
Yeah, Doug Domalou took a ride, too. 42. Needed help on that one. Didn't get it. Touchdown, Nevada Wolfpack.
Nevada getting their first point since the 10-minute mark in the second quarter. A touchdown drive capped off by a Kelton Moore run, and now the Wolfpack in front of the Beavers by 9. Key drive by Ganji and company. Fleming's back deep to receive for Oregon State, standing on the goal line. Ahmed's kick will reach the end zone, a touchback, and the Beavers will start at the 25.
Is Luton a little under the weather, a little sore.
Deep ball. Oh, what a play! An amazing catch by Timmy Hernandez. He sells out on it and hauls it in at the Nevada 35.
Well, it doesn't matter who the quarterback is if Hernandez is going to come up with circus plays like that. That's one-handed, guys. He's holding off the defender with his left hand, pulls the ball in with the right one, and that's just a thing of beauty along the sidelines.
Verdale Robbins in coverage, a huge play. Blount to the sideline, another catch for Hodgins. Tries to leap a man, and Robbins knocks him out of bounds at the 33.
Okay, fall in love with that jump if you want to. But what I'm seeing is the play action is having an effect on the entire defense, especially the secondary and linebackers of the Wolfpack.
Boy, Hodgins has a dozen catches in this one. Straight up the gut, it's Jefferson inside the 30, has a first down for Oregon State.
And so what I'm seeing is the Wolfpack are trying to play with their fronts. That time they were an 8-man front, cover 1, which is man-to-man with a safety in the hole. When the Beavers pass the ball against that defense, they've been lethal. Cover 2 is what has helped this Wolfpack defense, but that leaves a man short in the front for the run game.
Rogers in a running back now. Blount to the sideline. Catch made. It's a tight end. Smalls inside the 15, inside the 10. hit and knocked down inside the 2. They go to the 6'4" tight end, and he puts them right on the doorstep here with just under 5 minutes to go. Weber and Dotson combine on the stop.
We talked about the freshman being a tough cover man-to-man, and that's exactly what that was. He simply ran away from the linebacker.
Quick snap. Rogers, touchdown, Oregon State.
And you see why Matt Mummy was trying to run clock. He knows how lethal this Oregon State offense is. He doesn't want to give them any more chances than they need.
How big was that interception by McCartan, though? It turned the tables, gave him a short field.
Unbelievable. Great job of catching the football, McCartan. Again, like I said, a lot of defenders dropped their ball. Started with the pressure, and McCartan held up his end of the bargain by catching the football and running with it.
Rogers' first career touchdown. The extra point is an important one, and it is good, and it's a 2-point game again. Rogers finding the end zone after the McCartan pick. The Beavers within 2. Trying to win one to break a 20-game road losing streak. Freshman Case Rogers, his first collegiate touchdown. A score that draws the Beavers within 2 after a huge interception from a freshman linebacker, John McCartan. A lot of young players have stepped up in this one. And there's been a quarterback change with Jake Luton getting some reps. Connor Blount coming in and delivering that scoring drive. Luton, we understand, has a sprained ankle. But they've been glad to have Blount out there as this kickoff will find its way through the end zone. And Nevada will get the football at the 25-yard line. They do a lot of that, the lumbering. Here's a look at Ganji's numbers. He's been hot and cold. Needs a drive to move the sticks here. Oregon State does have all 3 timeouts remaining. Ganji, far sideline, going up high and not able to come up with it is Elijah Cooks with that 6'4" frame. Second down.
Love the coverage. You don't always have to get a pass breakup or an interception to be valuable to your defense. You just got to have tight coverage and force perfect execution on the outside. Again, you have an extra defender with the sidelines, and that was just a great job of playing coverage without getting a pass interference.
Coach Norvell saying this would be a big step for our program if we can knock off Oregon State out of the Pac-12. Straight ahead, it's Tawa banging his way across the 30. Hit hard by Shamar Smith and Rashid Jr. as we near the 4-minute mark.
We talked about the true freshman Jamar Jefferson and how explosive and productive he is. Well, how about Tawa? He's a true freshman. He's showing up big when they need him.
11 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown for Tawa. Here's a big 3rd and 5. Ganji, short of the stick, and not coming up with a first down is the tight end Armstrong. Sean Wilson was in there to stuff him. They'll force the punt.
And he's their big play player in the secondary. Again, zone coverage allows you to play off, come up, but you got to make the tackle. And that's exactly what Wilson does. The ball's going to get caught in front of zone coverages. It happens all the time. The difference between good defenses and excellent defenses is tackling to finish the play.
Wilson, one of their leaders, junior from Pomona, California. Irish making that fair catch, making it at the 30. What will Oregon State get here? Can they get a game-winning drive? All timeouts remaining, all 3 with 3:25 on the clock. Blount, under duress, has to get rid of the football.
You saw Blount try to get outside the defense and have problems there. He's got to do a better job of stepping up into the voids. Obviously, great coverage. He had to hold the ball, but he's got to figure out, I can't get to the outside, step up.
Line of scrimmage, or the quarterback was outside the pocket. No intentional grounding.
No intentional grounding, as Adam Lopez was giving chase on that last play. 2nd and 10. Do you go to Hodgins or Hernandez here? 12 catches for Hodgins, 11 for Hernandez. They've been the big story offensively. They move Rogers in motion out of the backfield. Blount running with it across the 35. And he gets something positive out of that play. Lucas Weber finally brings him down. 3rd down.
And why did he get something positive, Trey? Because he stepped up inside. There's no money to be made on the perimeter of this defense when it comes to pass rush. The voids are up inside. You can either run it or throw it. We know as a young quarterback, he has a tendency to tuck it and run when the first read is not there.
6-yard pickup, third and 4 now. The sophomore from Waukesha, Wisconsin, trying to deliver the game-winning drive. They've struggled on third down this half. Rolling away from pressure. He's going to have to run it, and he's short of the first down. Lopez runs him out. And now, with 2:36 and 3 timeouts remaining, you've got a decision to make.
Yeah, again, you saw he doesn't have enough reps to have the confidence to stand and hold that ball in the pocket. There was no pressure that flushed him, but he felt it just was holding it too long. I had to go.
They're going to go for it here. Scrimmage, 4th and 5. There's the snap. Blount, catch made, first down, Hodgins. Then they keep alive their hopes as he's out of bounds at the 45.
And he says, Tyoka Jackson, you don't know what you're talking about. I can win from the pocket. Wow, great poise back there by the young player. Proved me wrong, that's for sure.
Brent on the tackle, Hodgins with another grab. That's 13 in the game. And the biggest one yet to keep their hopes alive. And they still have those 3 timeouts remaining. A real luxury here late in the game.
Sure, and Nevada has none.
Look at the numbers for Hodgins. 13 for 174. 2 touchdown grabs. His counterpart Hernandez has 11 catches. Blount, nowhere to go with it. Throws it out of bounds. They just need 3. But you have to wonder about what's going through Jordan Schuker's head as well after hooking a field goal his last attempt. You don't want to have to rely on your kicker. If you do, you want to at least be a little bit closer.
Well, Blount and company have the chance to bail him out, but I know one thing. Whatever you do, you better get number 90 blocked. You got to figure out how not to let him wreck his last drive.
You see Reed, bottom part of the screen there, coming after the quarterback. Blount steps away from him, throws it in the flat, incomplete, busted up, intended for Rogers. As Nevada forces a 3rd down. Damian Baber, their dynamic leader, with a big play.
And they're lucky it wasn't worse. Late throws like that all the way to the outside far hash, very dangerous, very scary. He's backing up, throwing that ball, not a lot on it. I've seen throws like that go the other way.
3rd and 10. You got to look for Hodgins here, don't you, with that big frame?
They did, yeah, absolutely. And you also got to look for 90. He wrecked that last play with pressure. Get him blocked if you want any kind of chance to pick up this first down.
Hodgins, bottom of the screen, that 6'4" frame. Blount's going to set up the screen. Jefferson, nothing doing. Nevada swarming to the football. Rush was in there to make a big play, and also Asani Rufus. Now it's 4th down.
Oregon State.
And the Beavers call their first timeout.
Trey, I'm here to tell you, the rush was unbelievable, but Corey Rush, the effort, that was a screenplay.
Here's a look at what Blount and Luton have done. Luton had a big second quarter. They scored 14 to draw them within 9 points, but injures his ankle. And you can see number 6 on the sidelines right now. They go back to Connor Blount, who has split time with Luton throughout this game. And here we are, 4th and 10.
Those numbers aren't bad at all by Blount, and he stepped up the last 4th down. Let's see if he can do it again.
They're 2 for 2 on 4th down.
For number 90.
Blount has plenty of time. Rolls left, throws on the run. Caught for the first down, Hodgins inside the 30. And again, they move the chains and come up with a big conversion.
It started with getting 90 blocked. Once you start that way, you got a chance. Give credit to the young quarterback because he didn't lose his poise. He stayed poised, kept looking downfield. And if you give him that much time, look out.
Here's Jefferson now, and he's bottled up as he gets just a yard to the 28. You're in field goal range now after that 14th reception by Hodgins. He has 200 yards and a couple touchdowns.
200 and counting.
Still have the 2 timeouts left.
I think we know who the Pac-12 player of the week is. And it's that guy on the screen.
I don't know how you can argue with the numbers he has put up, and this game's not done yet. Jefferson straight ahead, has a seam to the 20, and has another first down for the Beavers, down to the 17. Now that makes life easier for your field goal kicker here.
Absolutely love the call from Brian Littergan. He knows who his best player on the field is. It's the 2 wideouts, and it's that running back. Keep the ball in their hands. The defense is getting upfield to rush that passer. Nice little dive play.
And going to a knee here is Blount.
They're setting up for the kick, Trey.
And they're going to use a timeout. They'll run this clock down.
Well, you know, I understand you're trying to be safe and don't give it away, but you've got Jamar Jefferson in your backfield, okay? And you can center the ball with him, or you can bust it for a touchdown.
Oregon State, it is their second. It will be 30 seconds.
So here we go. Oregon State trailing by 2. Jordan Schuker, a junior from Poway, California, getting the call. He's 3 for 6 on the season. He missed his last attempt, hooking it to the left. 16 for 26 in his career. He's had 2 blocked. Timmy Hernandez is the holder. It's been a huge game from the receivers. Hodgins, 14 catches. And here we go.
And if you're the defense, you don't want to be offsides. Be careful with that alignment. Don't give him a free 5 yards.
From 34 yards for the win, Jordan Schuker. Missed it to the left, and Nevada hangs on. What a finish here in Reno, and a big win for this Wolfpack program. They go to 2-1. Unfortunately, the losing streak continues on the road for Oregon State.
It does, and give the Wolfpack credit. They bowled their backs when they needed to. Good snap, good hold, hooked it again. Well, I mean, you know, as a head coach, decisions like this haunt you forever. They were so close. Again, give both teams credit because they fought their hearts out. This is what college football is all about, folks.
We thought we'd see a wild one. It was a 30-21 game at the half. Defenses picking up in the second half, and a dramatic finish here at Mackey Stadium.
And give the Beavers credit for fighting back. You know, football, much like life, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And they fought their way back and had a chance to win it in the end. A lot to be proud of for the guys in the white jerseys. But at the end of the day, it's a bottom line business. One team is 2-1 and the other one is 1-2.
Jay Norvell says this is a much improved team from last year's team that went 3-9, won 3 games in the Mountain West, beat UNLV to win the Fremont Cannon. You can see it. They've had some punch on offense. Their defense is better, and they're a dangerous team, and a big win over Pac-12 foe.
If their defense make big plays and turnovers like that, they're going to be tough to beat because the air raid offense is real.
Thanks to Tyoka Jackson, I'm Trey Bender saying so long from Reno, Nevada. 37-35, Nevada, a winner over Oregon State as they move to 2-1 on the year. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN. Good night from Reno, Nevada.